Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to this video. This is Arvind Mota, and here we're going to look at the trade setup and market view for the last week of August 2020. Okay, now starting off with Nifty. Nifty has been consolidating for the last 3 weeks, right? If you look at the weekly chart, almost 4 to 5 weeks, it's been between the range of 10,900 to 11,400, right? So there's not much of momentum. That's pretty obvious. Okay, but it is also forming higher tops and higher bottoms in the weekly chart, and RSI is above 60, right? So which is showing that the trend is clearly up, but the momentum is lost, right? The momentum which we had from 9,000 to 11,400 zones, that is getting slowed down. So momentum is definitely lost, which means we have to wait for a decisive breakout, right? Though this consolidation may continue for the coming weeks also, unless and until we see a breakout, right? A breakout above 11,400 or below 10,900. So we will see which way we can expect, right? Now coming to the daily chart, in terms of levels, it is obviously holding the 20-day moving average as the major support. Right now that level has moved up to 11,220. That is the 20-day moving average. So Nifty, as long as it stays above this level, we can expect a bounce back and it may start moving up, right? So we can stay long with buy on dips approach as long as we are above this level, right? So even if we have some kind of minor corrections here and there, 100 200 points, but still as long as we are above, we can sustain this momentum on the upside, right? And both daily and weekly RSIs are above 60, which is a positive, right? Now coming to the internals of Nifty, the 15 minutes chart, right? So even though we had a gap up, the gap up was pretty high, right? Almost 100-point gap up, 100 points. So since we had a big gap up, the rally was not able to sustain and is moving sideways. And towards the end of the day, it was showing some kind of weakness, right? Now, if at all we have to take an intraday trade on Monday, if the market opens say flat around here, I'll wait for to break the day's high, the previous day's high, which is at 11,418 levels, and if it sustains above that in the short time frame, I can expect it to move up to 11,460, and I can take a long trade, right? And if it breaks the low, the support is coming at 11,350 to 360 range, and if it breaks this, we can go short and it may test 11,280 to 290 zones. That is the previous low, right? So that is the trade which we have for intraday. But again, the range is pretty narrow, so just be cautious if you're trading, because market is moving in gaps. In the last, you can see here, it has a gap up and moving sideways, gap down and moving sideways, another gap up and moving sideways. So positionally, market is giving you that 100 to 50 to 100 point move, but intraday there is very less momentum. So just be cautious if you're a day trader. Maybe you can look for a few narrow range movements here and there. You should be able to quick to book your profits. But other than that, positionally, market is giving you these moves. So the levels to look for next week will be between 11,220, as we saw on 20-day moving average. On the top side, the previous high, which is at 11,460, right? So 220 to 460, that is the range which we have for next week. And anything below this, we can expect more fall, and it may test the previous low, which is around 11,000 to 10,950 range. That is the previous low, right? So this gap may get filled. And if we have a breakout above 11,460, we can see more upside, and it may even test 11,500 to 600. And on the higher side, 11,650 to 660, that is the highest side, the upper end of the range which we can expect Nifty to test, right? Now that's on Nifty. Now coming to India VIX, it is actually reduced to below 20, right? For the first time in almost 6 months, the last few days we saw in India VIX falling to below 20. Right now also it's below 20, which is a good sign, which means it is in favor of bulls, which means we can still continue with a buy on dips approach. So it again is a clear indication that we may not have a big fall from here, like 200-300 point fall. The fall may not be so high, right? So this is we're still in a bullish trend, That is another confirmation. Now coming to Bank Nifty. The Bank Nifty had a better run on Friday than Nifty itself. It had a very good, forming a good bullish pattern with a 1.36% gain, right? Now the upside is capped at 22,431. That will be the immediate level to look for. A breakout here, because it's trying to break out multiple times, almost 2-3 times here. And if it breaks out above and sustain, we can expect this whole area to be covered. The next level to look for will be 22,660. That is the next level to look for, right? Another 200-300 points, and the next level will be 23,000. That will be the major resistance zone, right? You can see Bank Nifty has been going, it's been very range bound. So this range bound movement can continue. The Bollinger Band's range is also kind of narrowing. So we cannot expect big major moves, but it is definitely on the long side. So I will be looking forward to 20,431. And if it takes out, I think we can expect good uptrend. So we're still long on Bank Nifty. That may help Nifty to go up higher. Coming to internals of Bank Nifty, again, it's almost similar to Nifty. You can see a gap up and sideways movement, and the levels which I showed you is 430 levels. Until that time that is taken out, we can stay a little safe here. Probably I'll try to avoid trading in Bank Nifty until it takes this out. But if it breaks the low, you can see the low is coming at 22,164. So if it takes this out, this gap may get filled, and we can expect it to test around 22,000. So another 150 point fall can be expected here. So as long as it's trading within this range, I'll probably try to avoid Bank Nifty and wait for a levels to breach. That is my view, but still I'm staying long in Bank Nifty. Okay. Now coming to the global indices, you can see here, US obviously had a minor fall a few days back after US Fed minutes on the economic revival due to COVID-19. So after that, they obviously recovered, and Dow Jones is 0.7, and S&P 500 is also 0.3% up, along with Nasdaq. So definitely US markets are on the positive side. So as long as they're in green, so there's no major cause of worry for us. But Europe is minor negative, nothing big to worry about here. So global trend is mixed, but still the mother market, that is where the focus should be. This US markets are positive. As long as that is doing pretty well, I think nothing much to worry for us. Now coming to FI data, right? FI data is definitely positive on the index F&O, and they're staying long in stocks also. After a gap of 2 days, they're buying. Now coming to cash, now cash also they are buying. So all three segments they are buying. That's a good sign. But here and there some kind of selling is there, but nothing much to worry about. As long as FIs are buying, we can definitely maintain a bullish stance, right? So that's another positive. Coming to options chain analysis, you can see as per open interest, 11,500 is acting as the strong resistance zone in the August series. So that is something we have to look for. On the support side, I think 11,000 is the highest open interest, so we don't expect much fall below. So 11,000 is acting as a strong support as per the options chain August series. So again, the range is 11,000 to 11,500, which is the range for the next week. Now coming to the dollar index, dollar index has come off a little bit. You can see from last 3 months data, from 99 it has come to 92 levels, which is a good sign for emerging markets, and it has helped even Indian markets to outperform, which is a good sign. And the last few days, if you look at the last week's data, it has actually come off the lows, which is not a good sign for us. So we have to keep an eye on this. But as long as it stays below 94, I think we're still not much of in trouble. But if it comes to 95, 96 levels, I think that's going to be a cause of worry for emerging markets like us. As of now, there's no major concern, but something which we can keep an eye out for. Right now, coming to next week data. Okay, now before that, let's look at the SGX Nifty. SGX Nifty is indicating that the is still closed above 11,360 range, just on the borderline though. But still, it is not breached that level, which is a good sign, right? So it is, as long as we stay above that level on a closing basis, we can still look for buy on dips approach on a bullish range. So we can definitely expect the markets. There's no reason to short as of now. So probably look at shorting opportunities only below 11,220, right? That is the range which we spoke about. So we can stay long here. Now coming to earnings reports, in next week we are expecting a lot of earnings report in the mid cap and small cap space. So the companies we have to look for IRB Infra, IGL, LIC Housing Finance, Canfin Homes, GMR Infra, NMDC, Wockhardt, right? These are companies which will be coming out with the results. Just keep an eye on these companies' results and keep these stocks in the watch list. These may show some kind of volatility as per the results. So that's for your information. Now coming to stock specific trading opportunities, let's look at Reliance itself, right? So Reliance is in the news because of this AGR verdict by Supreme Court. So it is not much in favor of Reliance. So it is showing some kind of weakness. So you can see here, it has come off. It is actually broken down below the 20-day moving average, which was acting as a strong support at 2100 levels. Right now it has come off that. Next support it will come at somewhere here. Okay, 2020 and 2050 will be the immediate support. If it bridges that, it will come to the bottom range of Bollinger Band. So this is the immediate support, 2040, 45 to 50. That's where it may take support. So if it comes here and takes support, it may even pull back, and it may start to recover from there. So let's see how it goes. As of now, there's no reason to short Reliance too much. It's already actually come off the highs. So this is a good time to short, but not now. So let's avoid Reliance and trade in here, but we'll have to keep an eye out for this. This may have a big impact on the index, right? Now coming to other stock specific opportunities, Apollo Tyres is something which came to my attention. You can see here, it gave a very good rally and stalled at 132. But still it is kind of moving sideways in a narrow range, right? So anything above 132, 133, I think it can give good rally up to 139, 140 zones. So something which I'll keep an eye out for. Breakout above 133 is a good time to make an entry and keep a stop somewhere at 127. So RSI is very good volume, and I think this is a good time to make an entry. Another stock is HDFC Bank. Now, HDFC Bank also was one of the reasons why Bank Nifty itself rallied. Even some of the stocks like ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, Kotak, these are the stocks which were showing some kind of recovery towards end on Friday. So that was taking Bank Nifty up. HDFC Bank looks good. You can see on the daily chart, it is taking support at the 20-day moving average, and I think it may even test 1100. That is my target for HDFC Bank. That should get tested in a day or two, and RSI may touch 60. And if it sustains above that, this gap may get filled. It may even test 1120 range. That is the next target for HDFC Bank. Now coming to NTPC, you can see PSU sectoral stocks were doing very well last week. NTPC gave a wonderful rally from 89 to 107 zone, but I think there's some more upside left in NTPC. Good volume, good momentum, and we can expect it to 113 levels. So we can stay long in NTPC. Okay, so coming to other stocks, see all these unlock theme stocks like PVR, in Indian Hotels, all these stocks were doing well last week, right? Indigo also. So in that sector, I think Jubilant Food has given a good breakout on the weekly chart. I think we can expect it further upside to test 1200 or even above that. So we can stay long here. Just keep an eye out for Jubilant Food and also Burger Paints. Paints stocks were doing pretty well. Asian Paints outperforming, hitting all-time highs. I think on that note, Burger Paints can give a good rally. Next levels I'm looking out for is 579 and 592. So we can stay long. RSI is also showing about 60. And it's forming a good pattern. It's forming a good uptrending pattern, and we can expect further upside here. And same thing with Pidilite. We can keep an eye out for these stocks. Another stock in the small cap and mid cap segment is Vinati Organics. It's given a good breakout, good volume, and I think it will test 1088 is the first target, and if it sustains above that, it may close the gap here, which may take it forward to 1150 zones. That is possible. We can stay long. It's a good breakout here. And another stock is CESC. You can see here CESC also is given a good rally from here from 20-day moving average, taking support here at 560 570 range, and right now it's on the verge of another breakout. Immediate target I'm looking for is 658 followed by 690. That is possible in CESC, so we can keep this in a watch list and look for further uptrend here. So that is my view of the market, the levels in Nifty, Bank Nifty, and also what stock specific focus we can look for the next week. That is my view. So also again, as usual, whatever views I've shared here is my personal opinion as per my research. So if you're taking any position, I request you to do your own research and also check with your financial advisor before taking any positions. So thanks for watching. Have a good trading week ahead. Take care and bye-bye.